Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have another retro review for you guys, and this one is from episode 1, which I find fitting because it's the 20th anniversary of the Phantom Menace. This one is Padme Naberrie, whatever it is. It's handmaiden Padme when she goes to Tatooine and is disguised, you know. So everybody knows the story behind it. This is the figure that came out for her that I cannot imagine, just a quick moment, but I cannot imagine what it would have been like to see this really cool packaging the very first time. So anybody who went to Midnight Madness during episode 1, I bet it was just such a hype after, you know, the original trilogy, and that they were hyping up the prequels again, and then seeing this face, Darth Maul, is so cool, and I think so many people think he's really awesome. And so just seeing this packaging, I feel like would just be really, really cool. I was alive at the time, obviously, but I was not interested in Star Wars at that point, and so I probably saw the figures, but I have no memory of doing so. So anyways, here she is, and she comes in this nice little, you know, packaging with Darth Maul. There's a picture of Padme here. It comes with the ComTech, which doubles as a stand for the figure. The figure here, her name. On the back, it gives a little bit of a bio about episode 1. Padme's stuff is right here, and then it talks about the ComTech reader, which they wanted you to buy, which is similar to what we've gotten in the past with those like little wrist things for the Last Jedi movie. So they're very similar. The Force is with you in all of the Star Wars figures. So you got the wave here, which I believe this was the first initial wave of Star Wars figures. And I have Qui-Gon, the Queen Amidala, I have the Darth Maul, I don't have this Anakin, I have Padme now, Jar Jar Binks, and Obi-Wan. So the only ones I'm actually missing is the Battle Droid and Anakin. And you also get 10 Jedi Master points. So very cool. Let's go ahead and take a closer look. I'm going to open her up. Alrighty, here's the little Padme out of package, but before we go into her, I do want to go over her accessories. So she comes with this little ComTech stand, which hopefully you can see. It's got like a little holographic picture of Padme, and it being the 90s, they like to make everything clear so you could see internal parts like they did with a lot of home telephones. This stand was no exception, so you can see the little chip that makes the figure talk. And then on the back, you have another little hologram, but it actually gives a tiny bio of the figure. So I really liked the concept of these because it was something kind of cool that you could interact with. It doubled as a stand because there's a peg for the foot. You don't forget who belongs to what stand because there's a picture of the character, and if you ever needed to remember some facts about it or the name, it's going to be on the back here. There was also a hole right here so you could collect them like on a chain all together, which I have enough of them. Gosh, yeah, I definitely could. So I always have thought that these ComTech chips were really cool. They're designed to be in episode 1 when Qui-Gon is taking Anakin's blood sample. He does it on a little thing similar to this, I think, and then the ComTech reader is what he talks with, and he also inserts the blood reader analysis in the comm unit, and so I always thought that part was really cool for some reason, and so I liked that they kind of kept on with this. And so you do get the stand here. With this particular Padme, you get a little scene of the pod race, which has grown sticky in its years in plastic, but that's an easy fix. So you can see Anakin's pod racer. I guess you can see it this way. You can see Anakin's pod racer like that. And it's got little handles and then some coloring on the back. So it's got some nice detail. I absolutely love that they have put a sticker in here. That's so funny. You don't see that with Star Wars figures. But I like that they included that. A very easy piece to lose. My sister had this figure. We got it for, she got it for her birthday one year, right when we got into Star Wars. And she was still into Star Wars. And she lost this piece immediately. So it's nice that I have another piece to replace that with. But here is Padme. And I think for being $19.99, she looks very good. Her face is nice. It's not ugly like some of the Hasbro figure women that they have done in the past. Her little, you know, handmaiden clothes look good, pretty accurate. And then we go down to her boots. One thing about this figure, you might can tell by the feet already, but there is not a chance, a snowball's chance in hell that she is going to stand up on her own. And so that's where this stand is very handy, or if you have some tack. But her hair looks nice in the back. I'm looking at her, and I just recently got a Lego minifigure of her, the most updated version from the 20th anniversary of Lego. So they're very similar, but it's a cool figure overall. There's not a whole lot to say about her, partly because I'm just so familiar with the figure already, and that second being that it's only a 5-point of articulation figure, and just, I mean, kind of plain clothes. But they look nice, and they definitely represent, I think, the character well, and I think that the face is surprisingly good for this figure in this time period. So I am pleased with that. This would have been a really good Padme to have back then for sure. Heck, some of the Padmes they've made since have looked worse. But she does have a motion in her arms, so you can move them all the way around on both sides. She has some motion in her head. I'm sorry, this is a 6 POA. I just noticed that. She has some motion in her head, but her hair completely blocks her from even turning to the side. So that is unfortunate, but you can't really get past it when you have a plastic action figure. Her torso does move. She's a little bit sticky as well. And then her legs move, but they're going to be hindered a little bit by the bottom of her tunic. But overall, I think that she looks great. I mean, if you put her on the stand and everything, let's see, and then you can put the little dealy bob in her hand, just like that. And I mean, she kind of sort of holds it. It is a little awkward because there's not a bend in her arm. It looks like she's having to hold it really far out because she forgot her reading glasses or something. But I like the idea that it came with one. Maybe this is a little bit more natural, but anyways, guys, this is a pretty cool figure overall. I think it's well made for $19.99. And definitely a classic figure. They don't make a lot of Padmes still to this day, so having one is really nice in general. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this figure in the comments below, and as always, have a fantastic day. If you want to see more retro reviews, I have a playlist on my channel that has all the retro reviews I have ever reviewed. So basically anything that's going to be from like The Force Awakens, well, not The Force Awakens, right before The Force Awakens and below, probably what I consider a retro review. So Clone Wars and stuff like that, all the way, down to vintage. And so you can check those videos out if you're interested at all. And thank you, as always, for watching, guys, and have a great day. Bye.